So for you other people, you others, y'all need to listen to this.
Look, when you squeeze an orange, what do you get? See, you said orange juice. You didn't say juice. You said orange juice. Why? Because you squeezed an orange. This isn't rocket science. It would be strange to squeeze an orange and get a cup of apple juice. Why isn't it strange when you squeeze a Christian and get everything but Christ? Man, that should be strange. When you squeeze a little Christ-like one and get everything but Christ, should be strange. Shouldn't it?
I agree.
I 100% agree.
I think of, I think I said this before. Y'all know Black Greek letter organizations, right? So I think of Christians like, okay, like you got your alphas, your kappas, you got your omegas, and I think there were other people, iotas, sigmas, yeah. So y'all, and they all have different characteristics as far as like what their group think is, what their overall demeanor is, right? So like if you meet a kappa, you know you've met a kappa, right? Mm-hmm. If you meet a Q dog, you know you've met a Q dog. But if you meet a sigma, you don't know if you met a sigma. So it's kind of like that when I think about religion. You meet a Muslim, you know you just met a Muslim. You meet a Hindu or Hindi, you know you done met one. You meet a Christian, you might not know you met a Christian. So it's like that's kind of like what he was saying. Like if somebody pressures you, and there's not, how they say it, Tracy, my peculiar people, right? So if you are a peculiar person, then there should be something about you that speaks for you, even when you're not talking. And that's what I get from what this gentleman was saying. When the pressure is on, do you immediately prepare for the fight? Do you immediately or quickly resort to defensiveness or judgment or hard-heartedness? If those are the first few inclinations, I question your walk. It don't mean it's fake. It don't mean it's false. But I'm just saying, it ain't really that juice ain't right.
I think about Christianity like this recently. Your belief in Christ and your belief in life is totally two different things now. You can have both beliefs, but it's not the same.
It's just clarify what you mean by your belief in life.
Yeah, you don't have to walk that one back.
Okay. Your belief in Christ could be flat out what it is. You believe in Christ, you believe in God, you believe in the Bible, you believe in all the spirituality, you believe in all the verses. But your beliefs in all of those aspects do not come out in your belief in what your life and what the lives of other people should be.
So like
that's where we are. That's where the disconnection is coming to.
So like you can believe it exists, but you don't necessarily believe in your existence in it.
Yeah, you believe,
right?
You believe
there is Christ, but
you believe
you ain't
that
really following.
Jesus will be born again. You just don't believe that Jesus would not be a socialist.
Or Lauren Boebert said if he just had an AR-15, he never would have been killed, completely overlooking the entire purpose for Jesus sacrificing himself because he had all power. It wasn't that they killed him because he was defenseless. It was that he allowed them to kill him.
She reading that Patriot Bible. That's what she doing. She reading that
Patriot
Bible.
That's a great prime example.
But that's it, right? Like what Marlon was saying, there's a difference between believing it is and then believing in it, right? And I think that is a huge distinction. People will cling, and it's in the Bible. Bible even says, Lord, 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 and I don't know you, right? Because many will use the name. Many will speak the language. But is their spirit present in the Lord? And you should be able to tell.
I
At
mean,
least that's
we
my
have
opinion.
people.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain verses in the Bible everybody knows. Jesus wept, false prophet. You know, it's the generalization of everything. It's some of the most general things in the Bible that everybody knows. Even if you ain't never read the Bible, it came in passing. I have never laughed so hard because I knew one of the first things I had learned while I was in church was about false prophet and Moses and the golden cow and everything like that. And it was like, wow, so you just threw, and you know, speaking hood, wow, you just threw that dude away as soon as he walked across the river, huh? Trying to help you. Okay, you came up, put all your money together, melted it down, and made
Yep,
a
he went up
idol.
there. They told him don't do one thing, and they said, "Oh, watch this.
Yeah, all right, I'm out of here.
We're gonna do what we dang near want
I
to
have
do."
never laughed so hard at you people when you literally had
You
a
people. There he goes
golden
again with that you
statue
people.
of Trump.
He keeps going with that you people. Stop saying
First
that.
of all, them people ain't the same as that person. Because, see, they're a different type of evangelical. I got a problem with the whole American Christian faith. I actually don't think it's 100% real anyway. But I'm just saying there's some features. There's some differences, especially between the black church and the white church right now. Huge differences.
And we're talking not just worship style, because that's
no, worship style is always different because that's a cultural thing. But
yeah.
I'm talking about like the application.
Politically.
Yeah, like when I heard, I listen to a lot of white theologians who like to talk about things like that. I like that. Like, I'm not going to listen to your sermon, right? I'm a little hard-hearted. I don't believe that there's anything that a white Christian can really teach me about Christianity. But I do love the discourse when people are truly trying to dissect something and they're comparing and contrasting. And one discussion that I was listening to where they were talking about how with just big concept Christianity, that the black church on whole, because there's issues in all levels because you got man involved, but the black church is the closest to operating according to the principles that are pushed in the Bible as compared to the white church. But I think a part of that comes from there's a difference in how we've come to the faith. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
It's a huge difference in how you come to it. Like, if you're coming to the faith thankful for all the bounty and the comforts or the things of life, you're coming this way. And then this group is coming from, I have not yet achieved or experienced the fullness of what you have here for me, Lord. But perhaps when I cross over, then it won't be like it is here. And so the relationship is a little different. I'm not saying either one of them is right or wrong, but because you're coming at it from two different places, if you don't have sincere, open discussion, which is really hard for groups to do, you're always going to be off, right? You got one side afraid that they're going to lose God's protection. Like, they believe God blessed them with this land, with this country. And so they're trying to protect God's gift. And then you have another side of the table who is saying that the country has not yet lived up to God's promise, and we need to move towards that mark. You're going to have some issues.
Yeah, and I think, I agree with everything that gentleman said. Yeah, I know, as much as I profess, y'all done seen me fall short. Shoot, I know I done fell short. I know I fall way short. But dang on it, I'd like to say I tried. And if we could get to, expressing more grace, especially, not for the big things like I stole from a bank or I'm a blessed child. No, not that stuff. We put that stuff up. You got serious jail time to serve on that. Well, you got serious jail time to serve. But if we could be more gracious and less judgmental, we'd be a whole lot better off.
Well, I think if we would take these things and step outside of the text and walk in the spirit, we would find that we are far more in tune than we allow ourselves to be. So if someone robs a bank, that is against the laws of society and man. It's also against some of God's principles too. So you have to be separated from society because you've proven yourself to be a threat to society.
Right.
So we need to pull you aside, and part of your penance is that you will now be in isolation in this thing we call a prison system. If that were the real way we approached it, then you would have less argument from me. But what we actually do is we say you committed this offense and now you are somehow tainted and less than those who have not created said offense. So we are going to put you over here, and whatever happens to you, too bad.
Too bad. You should have thought about that.
We still always have the, and I have been told not to say them people. Okay.
People who, but not you people, not
them people.
Oh, that's even worse. Marlon, give it up.
But the fact of the matter is, as long as those Christians who go more out of their way to other people and rather punch down than punch up, which is more spiritual than, okay, I don't believe in anything that you are saying, so I'm going to put you in and there's so many things. I'm going to put you in isolation because I want to separate you from us and everything else. I'm going to put you in a danger mode where I'm going to force you to believe our beliefs.
Oh, you don't have to believe.
No, they don't care if you believe.
You don't have to believe.
They're done with you.
I tell you.
You are discarded.
But that's not going to stop me from telling you. I mean, you don't have to believe anything that I say. But never is that ever going to stop me. Never, ever, never. I'm going to keep telling the same story.
Well, Tracy, there's a distinction. He's not talking about you as far as how you treat other people's individually. It's more along the lines of convert or be punished. Meaning you must submit to society's idea, which is like the flavor of the week, because society
changes consistently.
Constantly. Right? My thing is that if we want to be in line with God, and I'm going to use Christianity as the signpost here, then I feel that's that what I meant,
making convert.
Yeah, because the current way Christianity, well, not even current, go through the history of Christianity, because that's how a lot of us black folk became Christians. It wasn't about convincing us, it was about commanding us, right? So we ain't gonna sit here and play games like everybody came on their own free will. No. And then even now that you're not under the slaver's whip, you are still now held under the cultural and societal norms for your people, which has made it a gateway for you to become a Christian when you did not even consider becoming a Muslim. It was assigned to you, you picked up the assignment, and you are now carrying on the assignment. So, and that's cool. I'm just saying, let's look at where we are. So I would love for us to pull back, as Brother Malcolm said, and say, you know what? take your religion and put that in the closet. You can go in the closet and you can have your prayer time. You can go in the closet and you can work on your spirit. But when we are out here amongst each other, we need to be focusing on the work. And if we focus on the work, then what you believe will show up with you. I sound like a preacher this morning. But if you believe it will come to you.
Marlon, I don't know what that was you was just trying to do. That is not a show.
Go ahead, Pastor. But I'm just saying.
Take your time.
But I'm just saying that is why I have such issues with people who claim this thing, because you're generally speaking, they're not coming in the spirit. Like they're coming with their boys. They're coming with, yo, you need to do this because I figured it out and it's right. So you should do it too. And I'm like, nah, partner. If that's what it is, then you be you, and I'm gonna be curious about you. And then guess what? I'm gonna follow behind you. That's how you convince someone, right? But instead, we want to take a shortcut. We want to command it.
We all love to take shortcuts.
And that's but
what,
we
it's
all
the wrong way.
We all do.
It's the wrong way.
It's human, right? It's human. But once you've decided that you're gonna put on this cloak and you're gonna say, this is what I believe and this is what I am, you don't get to be like all of us. You don't get to do like all of us. You have to be different. You have to walk under your calling that you say you're under. And if you're not gonna do that, then you just like us. So why would I want to be like you? You just like me.
I'm agreeing with 100% of everything that you said.
I don't have anything else to say.
And I thought Marlon was going to show that clip of the guy singing. That's one when he said.
Also for the dude with the dancing.
I'm doing that tomorrow. Trust and believe, cause
I used to be able to dance, folks, but I can't do it no more.
I can't.
And Marlon, don't use that one that you clipped. Type that same singer and looking for a city.
No.
Oh
Tracy,
no.
I went to his website. I went to his YouTube page. He has a list.
He has a lot of stuff. No,
really enjoyed himself. I just got the shortest one, and I sent it to Mickey, and Mickey said, "Are you gonna play the whole thing?" Hell no, I'm playing like 30 seconds because that's all I can take. And Tracy, I'm gonna give you a compliment. So y'all timestamp this because
timestamp because it ain't gonna happen no more. Go ahead.
Tracy, you're never gonna be like them ever, and I'm gonna tell you why. Well, so far you haven't, and I'm gonna tell you why because you never literally came on this show where we know beyond a shadow of a doubt you don't cuss at all. I have you have caught yourself on many of occasions where you mother and you have never had it, and you come on a show where we do, and you still has never ever even once uttered that word. You ain't like them.
Yo, piggybacking real quick, Tracy, you remind me of a young lady I worked with at a bank when I was in college. She was a young white lady. Her name was Toyan. I thought her name was so beautiful. Her name was Toyan Michelle. And she said to me one day, because she was early 20s, older than me, but she said people give her a hard time because she was a virgin. She was a very religious person. And people give her a hard time because she was a virgin. And what she said to me, and this is where I'm saying this is something about you, Tracy, and I'm not talking about the virginity thing because I don't know your business like that. But what I'm talking about is I'm talking about your faith walk, your belief, right? She said this to me. She said, at any time, I could be like them, but they could never be like me again. And I was like, yo, that's real. So you don't curse. Hold to that, because once you start cursing, you curse. Like,
I'm rather shocked personally because I was told there's no such thing as them. But so We're gonna move on.
Yes, let's please do, because Anna's been quiet for like the last 20 minutes.
Anna, do you like to add anything to it?
Don't add nothing.
Tell her what to do.
Oh, that's controlling.
Oh.
Oh.
I said I got a long way to go.
I treasure your autonomy.